Could this be one of the most overlooked infrastructure projects in crypto? Today we're taking a deep dive into Rails, a blockchain built to bridge traditional finance with decentralized finance by giving banks and financial institutions a compliant way to bring real-world assets on-chain while remaining fully EVM compatible. But having a strong vision isn't enough to make a great investment. In this video, we're going to break down Rails from an investor's perspective. We'll review the tokenomics, analyze the price charts, check the holder distribution, liquidity, trading volume, and overall community engagement to see whether this project has fundamentals to succeed. Is Rails positioned to become a key piece of institutional blockchain adoption, or is the market getting ahead of itself? Let's dive in and find out if Rails deserves a spot in your crypto portfolio. Let's check it out and see what it has in store. All right, guys, now that we are back on the screen, we're going to continue reviewing Rails. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but that's how it reads. So I'm going to call it Rails for the time being. Rails is a cool project that I believe in because of the substantial amount of good indicators that it has. And if you want to check it out for yourself, I encourage you to do so and give me some comments of what you think of Rails and how I can be better at reviewing these coins, and give me some suggestions on how to get better. Let's go to my Discord to see when it was recommended by Crypto Genius, and let's see what it has in store. Let's go to the charts and let's do all the good stuff that we do when we review a coin. Let's go. So here on my screen, you see the Discord that I have open. I already have it on Rails when it was recommended. Right here, you can see it back in May. We can see obviously the macro and alt season were low and still are till today. But Rails was recommended as number one with a score of 55, which is okay. But because of the market conditions and maybe the market cap and some other indicators, we're going to check it out. Rails has a score of 55, platform Ethereum, market cap 6 million at the time of recommending it, which was 2 months ago. I think today it has gone down for sure because of what has happened with the war in Iran and all of these items. It is in the AI sector. We can see the score, the reasoning of why it was given that score, and then we can just go ahead and copy the contract address as we always do. So now we're going to go into DEX Screener, and now that we saw it, we're going to check out how the charts look. Most indicators on the DEX Screener. There we can see 70 to 90% if this is a really good token to invest in. So let's go to DEX Screener. So I already have it open. If you don't know how to open it, you can click on search. You can add the contract address and it should be the first one that shows up. In here, we can scroll up on the right just to have it ready for us. So we're going to go here. The price right now is 0.02156, liquidity is 7K, market cap is 4.2 million, which it has gone down obviously since the time it was recommended, but that was something that we already knew about. There's price action, there is some buys and sells going on, and then we're going to go to the holder count, which is 46,800. Now this is a great holder distribution that we see in the bottom. Great holder count. The top contract address has, I usually say 16% is a good place for me. 10% is a game changer. 10% is good, means that the token is way better distributed, that if that contract, if that holder sells its positions, that the pain to the other investors on the price drop will not be as harsh as it would be if the top contract, top holder owns 50% or sells 60% or something like that. So the lower the percentage of the top holder, the more distributed it is throughout the whole pool of holders. So that is a great indicator. Then we're going to go to the liquidity providers. Liquidity providers, that is very nicely distributed as well. So we have 5, and again, for the liquidity providers to increase and be more than 1 for early adoption high potential tokens, this means a lot because not a lot of people want to be part of the liquidity provided pool that there is, because not a lot of people are willing to be part of the liquidity of the whole project, because the liquidity basically means that there's enough money for you to take out your profits if you have any. If the fact that 5 people want to be part of it is a great indicator for this project. Now we can go to the right. We went going a little down. There's no movement on the rockets, the fires, and the poop signs. Now we're going to go to the website. We're going to see how the website looks, how interactive it can be, how user friendly it is, and how it has performed and enhanced its user experience. Hey, what's up guys? This is just a quick reminder that this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. I am just showing you what I do with these coins. Do everything at your own leisure. Don't depend on what I am doing. I'm not your financial advisor. So let's go into the website. So the website looks actually pretty good. It is very bright to my eye. I'm going to click accept here. We scroll down. It just gives you a tree of how it works, the finances, and what platforms it works on, some comments by the users that use it, and tokenized deposit, yields, bearing assets, cross-border payments, FX, our ecosystem, global network of partners, dApps, validators, and builders. And here are all of them that you can see. You can scroll through, you can check them out on your own time and see what they're all about. But so far this is great. And then you can subscribe here to get some of the updates and newsletters and everything. So this looks very promising. The website looks actually very good. We can click around here on the products. I think it will just take us to everything we already scrolled through. Oh, never mind. The layout looks a little different. That's good because that takes you to something else. It's not just the first page that has all the information. This is public chain, privacy note, and there you can talk to experts. You can do user dashboards, view the GitHub that we did already. We can also go to a developer section, documentation. Let's see where it takes us there. Oh, this is very detailed. This is awesome. This is great. I really like that. You can just, if you don't want to read all this, you can just copy and paste this into ChatGPT and it can summarize it for you and just explain it to you a little better and have a conversation with it. So nowadays it's just a little more easy to read documentation and is more interactive. You don't have to go through pages and do all of these things. Going back to the website, I'm going to go back here. I didn't need to do that actually. Then we have resources, light paper, which is the explaining of what the product does, contact us, transparency portal. I'm interested to see what that is. Here's some graphs on how the product is doing. That is perfect. That is amazing. It just has some proof. That's what it basically is. And that is awesome. That is a great project to invest in. And this is a great transparency tool that they have so they can show you that this is no bullcrap. Excuse my French. But this is awesome. I really like the website. Now that we checked out the website, guys, we're going to see something. I'm going to show you something that actually was really cool. On the deck screener, they had something that I'm going to show you. If we go here on my screen again, we had a linktree.ee and I clicked on that and it literally took me to, I think it was, no, it wasn't this one. It was this one. And this is kind of like one app, like one pager, and it literally takes you to all the places and all the spots where you can find Rayls and their community. So they have a LinkedIn and I actually clicked on it and it's actually there. They have an X, which we're going to check out. The coin market cap, that is okay. That we know because Crypto Genius scrapes all the coins from coin market cap and that's how it found it. LatimX account applied to the Rayl developer grant program. There's a bunch of stuff that you can click on. Specifically, today we're going to go through the X account and then maybe the Discord as well. That's what we're going to do now, the community engagement. You guys know that the community engagement is very important for us to know how active the community is and how much development the team has done on their end and how much transparency they are continuing to show to the community as investors, because the investors want to see how far they can go. If they don't post anything, they don't post any advancements, then the investors may lose hope that this project will go far and they take out their investments, which creates a certain type of fear in the project. And we don't want that. We're going to check out that. So let's head over to the X account and let's see what they have in store. I'm over here. I have it open. Here we see at first the pin message. Just on top here, we have 38 people following and 326,000 followers. That is great. That is awesome. We have a pin message, as we said, from June 9th. Not too long ago, as a matter of fact, just a month ago. Then we have 12 hours ago, private to the market, We got July 13th. And look at the comments, look at the reshares, and look at the hearts. I mean, this is crazy. And let's see if they're not just random people. Interesting. Selective transparency is harder engineering problem. Njima delivers programmable transparency. So this is great. There's a lot of engagement through these comments. There is the team, and this is great. If the team shows their face, guys, this is a great flag. This is a green flag for the investors, and this is something that you can trust because the team is not just developing. They're actually showing the interviews, showing their speeches, and showing all their product talk on the screen, and they share it. And that is a big green flag for us, for me at least, as an investor. Then we have July 11th. They seem to be commenting every day or every second day something, and there's a bunch of comments that you can read on and see that the community is active indeed. And this is awesome. I love that. I love the fact that every day there is something to post and talk about. This is great. Now that we have checked out the X account, which looks amazing, very green flag, very good momentum, very good community engagement. We're going to go into the Discord really quick. We're going to see how it looks there. The Discord is a little bit more techy, a little bit more for the tech person that wants to have a discussion on that platform. Let's go there. Let's see how the community is engaged there, and let's see if we see any red or green flags there as well. Let's head over to Discord. Here in Discord, on their website, I have it right here. We can see that we have to verify and do some items here. Community updates. I think those are very similar to the updates that are on the Twitter, but there's a bunch of posts from Tourist Never DM for $1. I think this is all the updates that this person or developer does. This is cool. All the Twitter signals. We can see here that this post was done today at 10:30. This is awesome. Very frequent. And then we can see that Argentina versus England, predict the score. And we can predict the score. And this is how the actual app can be used. This is awesome. This is more the techie perspective of how to use it, how to engage with it. And this is what I saw in X. We can see it here. Announcements. We can see that Joy and Marcus Hori had equities in future, XP. Actually, the Discord is impressive. It keeps you updated as well. It gives you another perspective of Rails, and it actually serves as a more techie perspective to people that are more technology inclined. And this is awesome for me. I think I will be playing around with this. From there, I let you guys know. Let me guys know what you think if you guys try it out as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for engaging with me in this review. I hope you liked Rails. Let me know what you think about Rails. Let me know if this is a good token, if you think this can take off. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my Discord. Fernando here representing Crypto Genius. Let's go.